Guys, today I'm going to be showcasing the top 10 gloves, in my opinion, under $100 right now in Counter-Strike 2. This is as of August of 2024. I got the prices from the 4th of August, so please allow for some variance if you watch in the future. I'm not going to waste too much time. 10 great options here. I think you guys will like them. Now, to showcase gloves in their best ability, I kind of need a knife, so what I'm going to do for each one is have a knife that I would suggest maybe you consider getting along with the gloves, but it's obviously not included in the price, just to make that very clear. So my first set of gloves is going to be the Bloodhound gloves Gorilla. These are $78 for field test. These are gloves I think if you're going for like a camo pattern loadout, we actually did a camo loadout yesterday, so they could have been in consideration for that. I think can look quite good if that's the sort of loadout you're going for, and I do quite like the red accent on it. Knife wise, I think you want to pair these with Arboreal Forest. Obviously they have that sort of camo pattern on them, so that'll be my natural go-to pairing, and the paracord is a fairly affordable option for that. Today's video is sponsored by Predator, and I have some exciting news to share. Predator are running a giveaway with the chance to win a VIP trip to the IEM Cologne Finals for you and a friend. This includes your tickets for the event, flights, accommodation, and even some spending money. Also, the lucky winner will receive a 100th IEM Tournament Specialist Edition Predator Helios gaming laptop. Entries will be via Gleam, which is linked down below, and entries close on the 11th of August. And that's not all. You can get up to £189 of free rewards when you buy one of the Predator or Nitro gaming laptops with the latest Intel Core processors. I'll have full details for everything mentioned in the description and pinned comment, and thanks again to Predator for sponsoring today's video. Then my next glove suggestion is going to be pretty much the same price. It is $76, and it is going to be Broken Fang gloves this time. It's going to be the Unhinged, which are known for being the best or default entry, not default, the best neutral entry gloves you can buy, because you can use these with mixed loadouts. You can theme it black and white like I've done with the knife here. You could do a decent amount with them, and they look pretty good in field tests. Like, they hold up fairly well. My suggestion here would be black laminates or blue steels. Even Damascus steel themselves can look pretty good with it. If you're looking like Shadow Daggers, Huntsman, Bowie, Falchion, stuff like that is all fairly reasonable. But again, these are really good if you don't want to be like forced into a theme. Now, before I show the third combo, I want to let you guys know of the giveaway we're running for this week. And it is going to be for a minimal wear AK-47 headshot. So a super nice AK skin. One of my, one that's definitely grown on me in recent time. But to enter this, all you have to do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below. I'll pick the winner in a week's time or so, once all the videos have been live. And just make sure you're in the Discord to claim the prize. Good luck to them entering, and let's show you the combo now. So here it's going to be the Buckshot gloves. These are specialist gloves. So my thing here, like, these are right on the nose of $100 for minimum wear. So you can obviously get field tested and save money. But if you, I found 2 sites at the time that had these for like $99 and $100. The rest were over. But if you can get the minimal wear for this price, or you're happy to pay the extra couple dollars, I think they look incredibly clean, as specialist gloves do in good float. And then obviously you're going to want to pair them with like sort of green and brown stuff. So a rust coat would be my go-to. Maybe not necessarily the Karambit, but a rust coat in general. Or like a Arboreal Forest, or Forest DDPAT can work quite nicely with these. But if you want something different, you want specialist gloves, these are a good shout. Now, one that did kind of eclipse the budget a little bit was the Spruce DDPAT gloves. These came in at $101, but I'm thinking you could either bargain or try and snipe a pair for under $100. But obviously, I always run with like a 5 to 10% buffer on costumes anyway, just because the market fluctuates. But these are, again, really nice if you want like more neutral gloves that aren't going to clash with things, but like also don't break the bank and aren't the same as everyone going for Unhinged. Like, if I just flick through a lot of red skins here, but you can get an idea. Like, they're holding up pretty well with my red skins, and even when I go like say orange on the Desert Eagle, like they work nicely for mixed loadouts. I think urban masks and blue steels work quite well here. Now, this one's very similar to the combo from yesterday's video. It's going to be the hand wraps, Arboreal, and field test, which are about $87, and then paired with a, not paired with, my suggestion would be to pair it with a Arboreal Forest knife, because I think that's what makes the most sense. You can go for any one you want, but gloves here, I quite like the hand wraps. I think they've got a good use case for different loadouts, and they're pretty affordable. And then here, obviously, you're going to go into the camo pattern vibes, which is normally pretty cheap, so if you're on a tight budget, this works really well. Now, a pair of red gloves that are just always slept on are going to be the needle points. You can see them here. These gloves, in my opinion, are very good for the price you're paying for them. This is a minimal wear gloves for $90. They look very clean. They've got a nice pattern on them, and they're great for these red loadouts. I've got a slaughter as my suggested knife with it because it sort of pairs into that reddy pink quite nicely. But I just think the fact you're getting red gloves that look this good. I personally still prefer my Scarlet Shams, but if I had to cut budget down 100%, I'd rather get these than like a crappy pair of Resin the Reds. So I think these are definitely worth consideration for budget red loadouts. And then gloves that I will always have an appreciation for are the Racing Green Driver gloves. These are one of the cheapest pair of gloves in the game flat out you can buy, right? And they will always be that way because they're the sort of British racing green that's quite dark, not overly flashy, so people don't like it too much. And they do wear, this is minimal wear, you still get wear in the knuckles, but minimal wear gloves, $90. Pretty good. Works well with green loadouts, especially the darker green skins. I don't have any equipped to showcase, but like, you can do a lot with a green loadout with these, if you want to have that full green vibes, if you don't want to go fingerless, for example, and go camo. I think this is a good shout, especially for the under $100 mark, and then I think Arboreal Forest is a bit of an easy pairing with it. And now, one that they made pattern-based at the start of CS2 was the CS2 gloves. Now, these used to not be pattern-based, it was just to bug people because they wanted to get rare blue gloves. But here they are, and I've realized I'm on CT side, so you've got my lovely sleeves showing. But these are $90 in field tested, and obviously a obvious pairing is any case hardened or any lower knife. So I think these definitely a very interesting and nice pickup to consider. So, very much sticking on that yellowy gold vibe, I want to go for the yellow bandits here. I think $80 for these in field tested. They look pretty good. Obviously, they fade the yellow a little bit, but overall, these look pretty good. I say, like, $80 for it, just so good. Obvious pairings for these, in my opinion, would be the lower knife or the case hardened with a more sort of yellow pattern, or more gold pattern. If you want to call it gold, it's yellow. But yeah, they look really good and obviously work quite nicely with like the agent you can see here and just yellow skins in general. So if you want to go down a yellow or a yellow and black vibe, these are a good choice. Now, my 10th pair of gloves, what would be the final pair of gloves, is the Desert Shamaghs. Now, I think these have a very good use case in CS right now, especially with how the likes of the M4A1S mod spec looks. We got the csgo, which goes nice and brown. We got AK skins that would pair into this Fang. We got the Oxide Blazes for the Glocks, for the Deagles. There's a lot you can do with a brown loadout right now to actually make it look stunning in CS2. So these being, again, minimal wear gloves for $85, I think they're a top-notch pick. I just love being able to get minimal wear or low float field tested for this cheap. It's so nice. And then rust coat knives, obvious pairing. And then I want to give a kind of bonus shout out to a pair of gloves that will not be under $100, but they are very close to being $100, that they're worth mentioning. It's going to be the Broken Fang gloves Jade. These in field tests will start from $105. You could pick them up under $110. So I think if you want to take a 5-10% buffer and get a very nice pair of gloves, which as you can see here, I've paired it with the Phase 2 Gamma Doppler. You're always going to want to pair these with Gamma Dopplers, but you can go for cheap Gamma Dopplers like Gut Knife, like Shadow Daggers, stuff like that, if you need to keep price down, or you can pair it with a rust coat knife and have the bronzy brown accents of the gloves work with the knife. So there's a lot you can do with this, and I think these gloves are just worth mentioning because they're not that far out of budget. Now, that's my top 10, let's say top 11 suggestions for the best gloves in CS right now under $100. Maybe there's one or two that you think I should have included. If so, please let me know in the comments down below. Outside of that one, just a reminder that we're giving away an AK-47 headshot. Make sure you enter that and make sure you're in the Discord so you don't miss it if you do win. And then finally, a big thank you to the YouTube members that have supported the channel. Their lovely names are going to pop up on that side of the screen. Best way to directly support me, and it is greatly appreciated. And the join button down below will tell you everything you need to know about that. So thank you very much to the YouTube members, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.